and welcome back to FSM Super Sundays. My name is Troy. I hope you are doing well. As always, we're going to get straight into the charts. Starting with euro dollar on the weekly time frame, you can see price has moved up last week. It did break above the previous 2 weeks highs. I did expect price to sort of reverse. I did expect dollar to find a little bit of strength before continuing lower, but as you can see, it's just ripped straight through. And with that said, we're now still targeting the 61.8 extension up here at 125.42. Those highs here. We've had that touch of the 50 Fibonacci with the conflict with the support. So with that price doing this move now, if we do zoom in, or if we go to daily, I'll zoom back out into the weekly. What we can see is a slight little minor level of support. We can look to get long from there up to the levels I just mentioned, or we can get a slightly bigger pullback, which I would prefer, to be honest, back to the 120.10 level. That will then give a nice opportunity for us to take longs all the way up, and it gives a sort of a bigger pullback, which means it's more a high probability because it's pulling back to a higher time frame level of support. But yeah, if that doesn't happen, then we have this 4-hour level of support there. And if we go down to the 1 hour, we have something in this area just here. Okay, yeah, so we'll quickly move on to to cable. So once again, similarly, we had a weaker dollar, so this did move higher. However, pound is also a little bit weak, so it struggled to move higher. It just means that the dollar is slightly weaker than the pound is. As you can see, prices failed to close above the high, so we finally got to close above this and this high, but price hasn't moved above or closed above this previous high from 2 weeks ago. So just meaning that price is moving higher, but it's lacking momentum. We need a bit of a pullback before price can shoot higher again. However, we have closed above this level of support at 134.30. Yeah, also heading towards a 27.2 extension up at 138.20. We also had a 61.8 level of retracement. So what we're looking for, obviously, with euro dollar is longs after a pullback. With cable, I'd be a little bit more cautious just because it's haven't got a lot of momentum. Yeah, so just want to watch this carefully. You don't really want to sort of go all guns blazing on this just because both the pound and the dollar are quite weak. But yeah, that's ultimately target if you can find a way to get in on board with this, maybe a trendline break or a pullback to a key level. So we have this there, break, pullback, and then get long. I personally want to put my stop loss up below here. So if we could get a pullback to maybe around this point, that'll give a nice sort of like 75 pip stop loss, take profit. That will be the ultimate aim of a 4.6 to 1, but you have to watch sort of anywhere in this region. Maybe sort of zoom out and go to the daily to see, what is in this area that could potentially pose a bit of, so if I just draw this on, a bit of resistance. Yeah. So it's still sort of quite close to our ultimate target, meaning that we can just buy here. We've taken off some profits already. If we do get hits our order and we get put into the trade, we can take some profits off at this high here and then also here as well. So by this point, we're already in profit. Our stop loss will be at break even, and we're doing well. Finally, we're going to look at, I think it was sterling yen. Right, so sterling yen's come back to this level of resistance. It is in a downtrend, it's just struggling to push lower. So yeah, price is still trading within the range of the previous weekly candle, but given an opportunity to get short, because I'm still having short bias until we break above the previous highs we had on the weekly time frame. So after we initially broke this first trend line there, a little bit of a short, there's quite a decent move if you got in on a 4-hour or the 1 hour. Now similarly again, we can find another trend line here If you were short from here, that would be nice. You've been a little bit of profit. If not, wait for a pullback and another sort of trend line break or a formation that will, you know, a double top or something like that, and then look to get short. So there's just a quick little review on sterling yen. Mainly because, as I said before, sterling's quite weak. All needs something a little bit uncertain in the world to happen for people to start buying the yen, meaning that this will move much, much lower. And with all that's going on with coronavirus, we can expect something like that. Maybe we might get bad news about some of the vaccines not being as effective as we, you know, first thought, or something like that. You know, something along those lines that can get people to buy the yen, that will then see this move much, much lower. So yeah, I look to take shorts on this currency pair. But yeah, that's it for this week, guys. As you know, we do have Christmas on Friday this week, meaning that the markets will be closed. And similarly, Boxing Day 28th as well. So expect thin markets. I wouldn't trade anything. Maybe if you could sort of avoid trading this week, that will be my own what I will do. And definitely on the 25th and 28th, you wouldn't want to trade, and obviously on the 1st. So it's always good, or you know, for people to take a 2-week break from this week and the week after, and resume on the 4th of January. But yeah. So next week there probably won't be a video, but watch out for the charts. If anything does happen that is key, we will obviously report on it and bring you a video. But yeah, that's it for this week's video, guys. We hope you have a wonderful trading week, a wonderful Christmas, and a happy new year. Thanks, and bye-bye.